Hey, this is Matt. Once again, what about to another video? This is the paid request for Chance. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for a Rankin and Bass, I say short, but it was about 50 minutes long, give or take, called A Year Without a Santa Claus from 1974. Now, I remember the Rankin and Bass animation, stop-motion animation productions. I enjoyed Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I enjoyed Frosty the Snowman. There might have been one or two others I saw. I can't remember their names, though. I had never seen this one, though. And I realized this is the one where, you remember Batman and Robin, where Arnold as Mr. Freeze is teaching his henchmen a song, and on the TV is this, "I'm Mr. White Christmas, I'm Mr. Snow." It's from this movie. So it's nice to see, okay, that's the initial, that's where it came from, because I remember, as much as I don't like Batman and Robin, I do remember that scene. And I love the stop motion animation style. It's a very unique, you still can see the physicality of it. So it's physical, but yet it's animation. It's like interesting melding of two worlds, and it is a unique one that you don't see used a whole lot nowadays, sadly. And pretty much the story is Santa's sick, and this doctor's being a grumpy asshole. And Santa thinks nobody cares anymore, so let's cancel Christmas for this year. Tell the papers, too tired for Christmas tapers. Mickey Rooney, he voices Santa in this. And then, this was alright, but I wouldn't say I liked it nearly as much as Rudolph or Frosty or others. Because something about it's like they didn't really know where it wanted to go as a story. Because it feels like there's thought process on where we wanted to go, and then now we change our mind. Where at first, oh, well, Mrs. Santa Claus. Mrs. Claus, she's trying out the Santa suit. If he won't do it, I'll do it. Okay, maybe it's going that direction. Where she's going to do it, she's going to have her issues and her missteps, and she's going to be fairly successful, but maybe she needs that extra help, and then Santa comes in, they give the extra help, and realizes how much he's missed, and he's going to continue to do it after it, but he thanks his lovely bride, Mrs. Claus, for helping him out for a bit. Nope, that's not the case. She sings about taking Santa's place. She tries some of the clothes and stuff, but then it's pretty much dropped. And then, okay, now it's this Vixen, one of the reindeer, and then two elves, Jingle and Jangle. They don't find the Christmas cheer to make Santa feel better. And then, okay, it's going to be these guys, and they're going to be working together, and all the up and down situations and misadventures they get into. But they don't really get into a lot of mishap. It's pretty much the dog catcher takes the reindeer. And then pretty much Santa hears about this and goes, fuck that, Vixen should be here. Goes after for his reindeer, gets the reindeer, stays around, meets one of the local kids, which then they go into, Santa's invited to the kids' family dinner, where the kid's like, nah, there's no such thing as Santa, but the dad's like, oh yeah, there is Santa, I met him. And then does a flashback where the dad is a little kid, and then Santa's there looking like a creeper while the kid's in bed. The kid's in bed, like sleeping or trying to sleep, and the Santa's like, my Jesus Christ, man. God. Victor Santa. Santa Salva. It is like... Obviously, that's not the case in this movie, of course. And it's okay with the Santa's going to spend his time with this kid and get to know him. There's going to be a bonding between Santa and the kid. And he's going to know the kid's up and down struggles more so than whether he's naughty or nice. And just to learn a little bit more. And because of how nice and courteous he is, people start appreciating him on that level. No. Instead, then he gets to the mayor and some deal about give us the Jingle and Jangle talking to the mayor, and the mayor says, if you give us snow here, I'm willing to cut you a break and all this shit. And then also it gets into the Mr. White Christmas and Mr. Sun, his brother, and they're fighting. And then Mrs. Claus like, no, I want to make a deal with you two. We need snow over here, but I notice in the other guy's jurisdiction, they start fighting. Their mom, Mother Nature, comes in and says, stop this shit. Okay, you get what you want, Mrs. Claus. And then all of a sudden, the kids are writing letters and sending stuff to Santa. Well, it seems like this could have been done, I don't know, 15 minutes into the 15 minutes into it, instead of at the very end. But that's me. It just kind of felt as if it didn't really know what the plot wanted to be. It's going to be about, like I say, it's going to be about Mrs. Claus being Santa and riding the sleigh at night. No. Oh, Jingle and Jangle to show more of their misadventures and maybe, no, it's not that. Okay, Santa, more of him bonding with the kid. Nah, not really, no. Not as much as you're led to believe. Oh, now it's Mr. White Christmas and Mr. Sun, and I'm like, okay, then. If you were to watch the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes, you probably think they're two different movies, but they're not. Maybe I'm the only one that feels that way. Now, again, do I hate this? No, it's 50 minutes long. I really like the Rankin and Bass animation. It's very nostalgic when I was watching these type of movies when I was a kid. Because of how short it is, it wasn't too boring. Mickey Rooney is not doing too bad. It's bringing a cheeriness to Santa in this. The songs, they're there, but nothing as catchy as the others. I mean, you have Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, had a little shiny nose, or Frosty the Snowman. Really nothing as memorable in this one compared to those, except maybe the Mr. White Christmas, because there's a Batman and Robin. I mean, this is nice to show your little kids. I mean, I know this will be uploaded after Christmas, but even, you know, anytime December, if you I would definitely say show more Rudolph and Frosty first. But I mean, this is still harmless. It's fairly harmless to show to kids. There's nothing really that egregious about it. Actually, funny enough, I thought the whole Santa thinking no one cares anymore was done better in actual movie called Violent Night recently that I saw with David Harbour. Because that was about a Santa who's kind of fed up and he's not going to be Santa anymore. Because, oh, who cares? The kids don't care. He does find a kid who does care. Yeah, I thought it was done better in that movie than it was in this. But it's a harmless time waster. I would never see it again. Like I said, I think there's better Rankin and Bass animation movies to me, but it's not bad. It's just, again, it felt like it didn't know what direction it wanted to take the story. Like a lot of these initial starts could have been their own movie altogether, but And the songs, again, I don't think they were, aside from one, I don't think the rest of them were that catchy. And, or even that being that funny either. I mean, maybe you say it's not meant to be funny, but I just, usually in some of these movies there's a little bit of humorous. They don't find a whole lot of that in this, but that's just me. See, it is what it is. Didn't love it, but didn't hate it either. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you guys later.